Yo, what's good, internet? And today we'll be having another character creation guide, and today we will be making Melpha from Queen Blade. Alright, so I'm gonna start this off. She's a human female. Of course, she is literally like slightly tall average. So the upper arms are 4, the forearms is 8, the pectorals is 20, the hips is 0, the thighs is 5, the calves is 12, the stomach is 4, the chest is 20, of course, the waist is 0, and the muscle definition is 1. The female face is 7 is because most of her face is pretty plain and her cheeks is really wide, so I did that. Her hair is literally curly, but I couldn't really find anything since there's no curly hair in this game, so the purity knit loose is the closest thing that I could probably come up with. The eyebrows, on the other hand, her eyebrows is literally thin because looking at the anime, her eyebrows looks pretty thin, of course, so that's why I did that. And the voice I put in serious type, so I try to make it realistic as possible. So the vocal speed and pitch is -8, the vocal pitch is 5, and the vocal tone is 6. So moving on to the equipment, basically most of the equipment is literally non-DLC. The only thing that's DLC is the cursed bird necklace, so be aware of that. But other than that, I used the cyclone cap, the square glasses, the partial shadow vest. I'm gonna show you guys why I did that in a second. The rock towel suit, the slit skirt, and the engineer's long boots, which is last but not least. So moving on to the colors of the character, her skin tone, of course it's really pale, so 31, 63, and 4. I left her underwear color alone. I just felt like that was pointless. Her hair color is 21, 9, and 3, and so as the eyebrow color as well. I did put makeup on her, sadly, so for most of it, I left it alone for the most part. So the first one is 25, 0, and 5. The second one, I probably end up leaving that one alone, so I left it in default. And then the very last one is 31, 63, and 3. And finally, for her eye color, since her eyes are pretty much pale, and it's a specific color, the outer eyes is fine, it's just pure normal white, and in her actual iris is like 26, 35, and a 6. So moving on to coloring the actual based outfit. So for the most part, her helmet is pretty different since it doesn't really look like the one in the anime. So the colors that I chose with this one was usually in the like light purple and light blue for the most part. So for the specific colors, it's 24, 50, and 5 for the light purple, and literally in her base is like gray, so what I've done was just put gray on, so it's 19, 0, and 6. The glasses, I just put it black, so of course the color is 0, 0, 4, and since I wanted the glasses to be clear, I put in 31, 0, and 4. Most of the partial vest, the Taki's outfit, I left alone. The only thing that I have changed with that was the outer color, which is like the outer skin or whatever. It's just pure straight up white. So the color of that is 31, 0, and 4. The colors on the actual like chest outfit was pretty standard. Most of the colors were 16, 33, and 4, but in some cases it didn't really match the actual outfit. So what I did was I changed the color a little bit and I dimmed it down to almost the exact color of it. So the color that I changed it to was 9, 33, and 6. For some reason, like literally her blouse literally has a little purple to it, so the color of that is 29, 47, and 7, and the ties around her suit is like reddish colors, so it was 12, 1, and 8. Her slit skirt is literally the same color, that's the light purple and the light blue. So moving on to the necklace, which is the DLC, the color was white, so 31, 0, and 4, and the literally other color is 6, 8, and 4. They have that weird yellowish color around it. And finally, the boots, the color is technically 1, 6, and 4. That's how I technically did it. Now let's go on to mad crazy detail level. Literally looking at the actual shirt, she did have some weird type of undergarments on her. So what I've done was I literally painted over her shirt and literally painted over like the front and back. I did have to use 2 palettes for them. So the color of that is 14, 8, and 4. You could just do it in front and back. Most of it is pretty good and detailed. And literally for some reasons, parts of her chest was also covered up with her blouse. So what I've done was I usually painted over that as well. And what I've used, the color that I used was 7, 33, and 6. And that's how I literally did detail on the shirt or blouse. Moving on to the slit skirt, I was upset because basically her skirt was like literally, instead of like it being in and outwards, it's on the other side. But what I did was I overcolored most of the light blue color and I literally overpainted it with the light purple color. Most of the colors should be the same thing. And sadly, she didn't have these weird cinders literally in between her pants. So most of the symbols are DLC. So of course, if you don't have the DLC, it doesn't matter. You could just put whatever you want on there. So these are the methods that I've used, and the color of them are 10, 2, and 7. Now, since most of her fighting styles involves with nunchucks, her fighting style was maxi. The weapon that I've used is the weapon called the Tetsudori. Most of the hitboxes are normal and her soul charge effect is normal. And the colors of the weapons are 16, 33, and 9. I literally left one silver part alone. The white is 27, 0, and 4, and I left the other one alone too because it mostly varies. And the outer, like the slashes and things, I put 16, 33, and 6 just because I really have no idea how that works. So that is how I literally created Melpha from Queenblade. So if this guide is helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I do reviews, videos, PvP matches, streams, and more. And if you haven't yet, please don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page and my Twitch account because I stream on those platforms as well. Everything should be in the description box below. I'm out.